Okay, here we go. Good morning, pharmacy. Morning. Okay, let's start. Seniors are not here. Push my answer key. We're gonna go over homework. I'm going to assign you 1, 2. How many are you? How many left? 5 left. Okay, 5 of you are left. So, how many questions do we have? 15. So each one will have to work 3 problems on the board. Okay, each one will have to work 3 problems on the board. I always do this. I always call you. I always let you explain how you did it because sometimes, or should I say many times, most of the time, students understand other students. Remember what I said yesterday? It's amazing how your kids don't listen to you, but you listen to YouTubers. When a YouTuber says it, it's like God saying it. It's for real, right? It's like there's no validation on. That's why when I give you homework on research, I said be very careful with your resources. Okay, not everything you see, read, watch on the internet is true. So make sure you got reliable sources. And even now, news channels are biased, can be biased, tainted. Okay, so let's go. How many grams? 1, 2, 3. Numbers 1, 2, and 3. Ashley. 4, 5, and 6. Geneva. Start off with a freshman. 7, 8, and 9. Edwin. 10, 11, 12. Ellie. 13, 14, 15. Jaylee. Okay, this has been pre-assigned. This has been assigned. I'm pre-assigning the numbers. So let's start off with 1, 2, 3 on the board. Ashley. Use any marker, any color. It's more like tutoring, okay? But this is your words, students' words, not mine, okay? I don't think you guys remember because you're new. Ellie went to the board and explained a certain problem differently. Like to some, that's weird, how did she get it? But for others, it's like, I get her. Yeah, so I want you to have those aha moments. Says I'm muted. I don't think so. Okay. I want you to get those aha moments from your classmates. Should I make my interview at 12:30 today? Really well, 12:30. And then you'll forget your Thursday.
No, tomorrow, no? I thought tomorrow.
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, 11.
But that's steep. I realized red and green on the board is not the same. I realized a long time that green is in the race easily. Can you number it, Ashley, please? 1, 2, and 3, so we're on the same page. It's so quiet when the seniors are not here, huh? Yeah.
It feels so empty.
Sometimes you want it too quiet, sometimes you want it too Clark County is in school where my son goes for diet. Which FEMA building? Yeah.
But I was thinking of pictures of them, and they're all like big and nice, and they have like big nice signs on them.
Yeah, maybe they lease newer buildings, but we're one of the older ones. That's why I'm the big sister when it comes to pharmacy. Yeah, our program is the first one here in Vegas that got accredited. That's why when they did their accreditation, all the campuses was shading in 2018. That was already my third accreditation. That answers the question? Yeah. So your teacher is old, the building is old, we've been here a long time, we're not going away. FEMA's 50 years old altogether. 50 years old. Can you imagine that? Okay. Let's go, Ashley.
It's just the building though.
It's just the building.
Some of that, you know.
Miss J begs to disagree that we're that old. I agree.
No, it's just that we're good stuff happening here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We get old in here. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
You get old in here. So that's a sign. Not a lot of, we don't have a
There's some
high
programs-
turnover.
Exactly. Some like campuses have a high turnover of their instructors because they don't have a good like
Core.
family camaraderie. But
Yeah.
here in Las Vegas.
It's different.
Yeah.
I guess because we're a customer-oriented town, and our campus director really chooses.
Oh yeah, we have a really
We have a really nice campus director. He really chooses who the program directors will be, and the program directors have basically some sort of power or freedom to choose who they want to be in the team. So I handpicked Miss J. I handpicked Miss Trish. Seriously, that's the case. So, and that's what you do. You pick the leaders in each department. They have to be strong. They have to be good so that he has less headaches, right? Like, I don't want to be the favorite. In that aspect, I don't. That means you have a problem with your department. So I'd rather be the neglected child at that point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty easy. Like Miss J, Miss Trisha, and I, we tag team a lot, but there's not a single time when nobody's here, and we're just busy doing our own stuff. Miss J's busy with a hybrid program and with the new curriculum, because every 2 years we update our curriculum to make sure that you guys are up to date. Okay, so we update that. Miss J's teaching out. We don't have the hybrid program in Las Vegas yet, but other campuses they do. So Ms. J's the one teaching for other campuses. Okay. We're preparing for ABHES right now. So I'm writing a lot. I'm doing a lot of site visits, which kind of is hitting two birds with one stone for you guys. Because when I do site visits, it's my way of saying hello, networking, and then you guys are going out. So it's perfect timing. I put notes in my site visits, who needs to hire, who wants to hire. I have specifics, like I want 2, I want 1.5. Like I need 1.5 right now. What does 1.5 mean? 1 full-time and 1 part-timer, okay? I put those notes in, and Laura has access to that, okay? Ms. Trisha right now is busy with a night class, but she's also busy setting up appointments for me, because I don't want to show up to a pharmacy and then the pharmacy manager or who I need to talk to is off that day, on PTO that day, or cannot be found. But that happened to me. Okay. There's one, not a pharmacy manager, but a lead tech who said he's going to be there and took a PTO that day. And it was in the north side of town. You imagine that. So it was a waste of time. And I live in Henderson. So like, it's crazy. And that's why most times when I did teach that particular 3 weeks, I was mostly out. I was telling Miss J, sometimes it's from the time the time I was gone until 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Yeah, because it's in the north side of town. So I get home about 7 or 6, stuff like that. But it all works out for you, and it's all for your benefit, for your own good. So a lot of them, I haven't seen them for almost 3 years. Why? Because of the pandemic. We're not allowed to go in pharmacies. Okay. And then some were shut down. But 95% of the pharmacies here, because I asked them, did you have to shut down? Especially the little ones that we have affiliation agreements with. They all said, nope, we never had to shut down a day in that pandemic, even the peak, because it's healthcare. And their business actually went better because everybody's ordering their prescriptions online. So it just shows and proves that healthcare is still recession-proof, pandemic-proof, and one of your profession as pharmacy technicians or pharmacists is going to be recession-proof or pandemic-proof. We're not looking into another pandemic, but recession may be coming because of the effects of the pandemic. So, yeah, not a single one shut down, even the small ones that we have a contract with. Actually, business was good. Others are saying, well, sometimes we wish like that it went on and on for business purposes. So, but it's sad. Anyway, you're in good hands. So thank you for asking. Yes, our building is old. But it's clean and organized. That's what matters. You know, when you go to admissions, when they do a tour, what does everybody say in admissions once they get to this lab? This is my favorite lab, right? Because it looks like a real pharmacy. It functions like a real pharmacy. Your instructors function as your pharmacist in charge, pharmacist on duty, and there's nothing that you say that you're doing that's not connected to what you need to become a pharmacy technician. Remember Alyssa, when I walked in the pharmacy where she's doing her first rotation, the owner / pharmacist said, it feels like she's been a tech a lot. Not like a new tech wherein she asks a lot of questions, but don't get me wrong, ask a lot of questions. When you're new, ask a lot of questions. That's how you're gonna learn. Ask to go do something more if you think that, oh, I've learned this already, I want to learn something else. That's how you're gonna have that good.
Wait, I'm looking at the campuses. Sorry.
Okay. That's how you're gonna have that good good experience with your sites. Remember I told you those students who are at Valley Hospital, they ask, okay, I've done this and this, and then they ask for different shifts. Okay. Before moving on, speaking of hospitals, I sent you an announcement today on Blackboard. Did you get that? Okay, Desert Springs Hospital and Sunrise Hospital, that's a volunteer opportunity. We used to do that. Based on history, they only ask PEMA students to volunteer. Okay, what is that? So this is part of their emergency preparedness. It's like a fire drill and whatnot. But the scenario, they emailed us the scenario already before we don't know, okay? They started doing this after the October 1st shooting, okay? They started doing it more, okay? And the only students they invite to participate are PEMA students, okay? So this time it's 2 hospitals, because before it was only Desert Springs Hospital. So I put in there the who to contact. There's a subject line that you need to put in there if you want to volunteer. What are you going to get from there? Well, number 1, first experience. Number 2, the opportunity to network and introduce yourself to those people. Number 3, you get a community service certificate, which you can include in your portfolio, part of your resume, and then you get a community service pin as well for doing that, because we've partnered with these hospitals and they love our students, and that's why they only offer it to our students. So what did it say? What's the scenario? The scenario is it's a shooting in a high school football game, right? So before, we don't know what the scenario will be, but this time, maybe because some people may have PTSD or has been in that situation and they don't want to be immersed in a situation like that. So it's good that they gave the scenario. So it's a high school football shootout. You're going to be given injury cards. What does that mean? You're going to role play. Okay. I had one student who, she said, I had a full makeup on, like not makeup, beauty makeup, but like, yeah, like she was shot, there's blood, all that. Okay. One student, she said, I was just in a crutch. Another student, she was bandaged. So it's different. There's injury cards. And the dates on the announcement. So 2 days. So check that out. Email Miss Parrish. There's a specific subject or headline that you need to use. Okay. Who's interested in doing it? Okay. It's going to be a raffle. because there's a lot of students. This is all open not only to pharmacy students, but to everyone. Okay, so it's going to be raffled off. Like who gets to do that? So you might want to put in your name right away, and you will be informed. You will be informed. I will be informed if you'll participate. Usually they pick a good number from our program. Okay, so do that. It's fun. It's a good experience for you guys. So it's emergency preparedness. Okay, ready, Ashley? Because Edwin, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
About the,
Yeah.
because you said, oh, you're gonna talk about the announcement that you said. Yeah, okay. Ashley, you ready? So use your words, explain. On the board, please. Just spacing out. When my son does that, I do. Get up. Explain.
Yes, get up.
Just explain, use your words. You got it. You know that's part of you being confident. Okay, all of this presentation scripting. That's how you get out of your anxiety. Okay. Just explain how you solved it. What was the thought process, I guess? Okay, you can say, like, you set it up. You can read the problem. Problem number 1. Stop doing that. Yes, I'm going to do this from the time you're a freshman. So by the time you're a senior, did you see how talkative the seniors are now? They weren't like that. Ms. J does a lot of presentations for a reason too. Yeah, and that helped. It all adds up to developing you. Because you can't collapse when a patient talks to you. Oh, you're lucky if the patient's just talking to you. What if they're yelling at you? Right? You can't cry. Okay, let's go. You got this.
How many sodium chloride in 500 millimeter bag of NS? I can't see. So
Just explain.
so usually it's 0.9 grams. So I put it in over 100.
You did it right.
And then since we're solving for 400 milliliters, I cross multiply. And divided by 100. Answer would be 0.4 grams. And then
Good job, you did good. 4.5 a lot.
NaCl.
Very good. Keep going. It gets better.
Okay, so how many sodium chloride in a 1,000 milliliter bag of NS? So I did the same thing, 0.9 grams over 100. And then so solving for X grams, and then put over 1,000 milliliters from this. Get up with 100x, right? Over 9,000. So do the math. And x is 9. So 9 grams over NaCl chloride.
Very good. So it's just put 9 grams of NaCl because it's specific. What's the solute? Put off NaCl. That was a correct answer. Good job. 3.
And then how many sodium chloride are in a 50 ml bag? So the same thing. 0.9 grams over 100, x over 50, plus multiply 11x equals 450, I think. It will be 0.45 grams of NaC.
Good job. You got it all right. Okay. I don't care about this. Did you see what just happened? That's more important to me than anything else. I don't care about this, but not discounting. All of her answers were correct. She knew what to do. She knew how to do it. Okay. How did she start off? Because I can remember. I want Jaylene to tell her because she's watching Ashley right now. And I can kind of sense, I sat in front of Jaylene. I can kind of sense that probably she's thinking, that's how I get it. No. 2 sequences ago, right? And she's probably thinking, I'm even worse than that. I couldn't even stand. I had to sit. You know that Jaylene had to sit. Okay. But if you didn't notice, what did you guys notice from 1 to 3? Not focusing on the answer, not focusing on how she's doing it, but how did it go? She got better from really shaking to she couldn't even speak to, she was just doing it right here, come third, right? That's why I told Jaylene in the past, I told her, if that's the only thing that you got out of PIMA, getting out of your anxiety, you already won. You already got your money's worth. Did you see how it got better? And we're going to be doing this over and over and over and over until you're as talkative as the seniors.
Yeah, you just got in your head. You're a manager at Taco Bell. You boss people around all day long.
Yes! Yeah, I want to see that in here. Like, your manager, supervisor, Taco Bell, right here. Okay? Yeah. Do you know that I don't stop being a teacher? Like, from the time I open my eyes to the time I sleep, because I have a little one. Miss J, I'm sure is the same way. Yesterday, from here, I ran to a dive class for my son. What did I tell him? Did I have to remind him, remember all the time? The goal is to suck less and less and less and less each time until you suck no more. Okay, and then you work on greatness later on. Okay, but that was really good. I didn't care about your answers. I really didn't. Okay, I cared about how you're gonna get through. Are you going to collapse because you let your mind win? Or are you going to say, no, I'm going to stick it out and I'm going to do it? Jay, can you share your experience, like how you felt? What were you thinking while she's up here?
Watching her, I almost cried too. Because I was getting anxiety as she was getting anxiety. But when I was having it, I usually don't remember anything. So I blacked out. But all I remember is Miss L behind me talking me through it. I think we're there.
Okay. I can't always be behind you when you're at the pharmacy, huh? But she said, oh, Miss L behind me. So after that first one she presented, I was actually next to her. She was sitting. The next time, I was a little bit farther from her. And then the succeeding ones, I was gone. Right? So if that helps, think about me being next to you. Okay.
Yeah, I just hear her voice.
There you go.
Kind of scary sometimes.
There you go. That's important. Okay. I purposefully called the freshmen first, not just the seniors, right? Okay. Because I wanted to see, and I wanted to see you grow and progress more than anything. I wanted to see. What was going through your head? Why were you scared? Or why were you shaking? You're a manager at Taco Bell. So why? Why all of a sudden the board scared you? Why all of a sudden like the numbers wanted to eat you?
No, you wrote it down and it was correct.
I know all the answers were correct. I really don't care because I know she got it. Okay, she's got a good mentor too on top of that. So when she's confused, I know Maddie was there to like iron things out, help her clear her head. What was going through your head while you were doing this? Because this is a more important lesson than your math.
It's just like a lot of eyes just all of a sudden just stare at me. It says like since I work very late nights, I had to deal with just 2 people, but then I had to deal with 5 to 10 people just staring at me. I'm like, oh gosh, it's a little bit too big of a crowd. And then you go, the next time you're up here, that's just your classmates, right? It's a good practice because it's just your classmates going through the same thing. Okay. Who's 4 or 5? Good job. Good job. Though. Very, very good. Okay. That's what I said. I really don't care about the answers at this point. I wanted you to make it through to finish because I wouldn't let you just say, I can't do this. You really think if you say, I can't do this, I'll let you know? She's laughing because I did better. At the beginning, I gave her a pass. I gave her a seat. Like, sit down. Okay, if that's what's going to make you feel better. It's like your blankie, binky, your comfort blanket. And then later on, I got to pull that thing away from you. I can't have you doing that in the pharmacy, okay? Remember, when I went to the pharmacies, they told me, no crybabies, please. Okay, that's why one of my goals is to talk. That's why I do that. Talk about it. I want you to be better and don't want you to have that anxiety attack or panic attack. I guess there's a reason why my son went through that because I became more compassionate, became more understanding. And I learned a lot of different things to help cope with it. Okay, helping my son. Now I'm helping a lot of you guys in this process. 4, 5, 6.
It is really nice.
There's a lot of Arizona campuses. We're head office in Tucson. Stop it already. Don't make me want to ask for another building.
I mean,
Because
no, their sign is so nice.
You should look it up. Arizona Custom Female. We know what they
Tucson, it looks so good. Look good.
It looks the PTCB.
Oh, but you know what? Let me tell you this. All of those campuses, at least 12 of them that have pharmacy program, or 11, they wanted to trade classrooms with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we got the best pharmacy lab / classroom.
Oh, true. We do have a red and the.
Oh, yeah. Every time I be a speaker, a guest speaker, and I run it here, they're all in the chat box saying, oh my gosh, we wish we had your lab, or we wish we had this. Those are all instructors, right? When I show off our lab all the time. You see how admissions show off our lab all the time, right? This is my favorite classroom. Does Jay, how's your classroom in the San Marcos? Separate, right?
No, it's together.
Okay, some campuses, they have a different lab from the classroom and they're small.
Our classroom was smaller, but every student did have a computer.
Ah,
That was
different.
awesome.
Other campuses, they use a computer lab for their lecture part.
So we didn't have an omni-cell.
$20,000 omni-cell.
That's pretty fun. We will, we'll use it.
Yeah.
User app.
Yes. That's why many campuses are jealous of like what we have.
Because
That's
it's
a
just
$20,000 miniature. That's a
hospital
miniature.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're close to a $20,000 asset every day. It is. Yeah, that's why. Like, even if there's newer ones, we don't want to upgrade. We want to maximize that. That's a miniature. There are bigger ones, really big ones in the hospital. It's a mini version. It's 20 grand. So let's focus on our program.
I was just wondering. They have really like
Yeah.
green area and everything.
The program is, the building is old. We've been here a long time. Almost 20 years. Yeah, because I've been here 12 years. This has been, I think, existing for 3 or 5 years before I got it, so almost 20 years.
That was a really nice for 20 years.
Yeah, because it's clean, it's well maintained, and then we leased the next building for EMT. The next building by the gas station, we're leasing that too, almost the entire building except for our point.
4, 5, 6.
At the gas station, that's where our OTA, PTA program and EMT program
Those
are.
buildings that has no cars.
You have a homework?
It's by the gas station. We don't know that we have people there. That's an extension. And then we have our own, you know that vet clinic functions like a real vet clinic. They They do neutering in there. Sometimes they announce, oh, you want your dogs neutered? Yeah, just bring your dog to do it. We do surgeries in there.
There's
Horses, cows.
veterinarians.
Yeah.
Not the students.
Yeah.
The teachers are.
Yeah. Or can you find a school where you can bring your dog?
I know,
not
it's
here.
so cool.
Right, not here because you can't pay attention, you can't focus, but do you see the vet students, they take their dogs with them?
I would bring my dog. It's very fun. Okay,
Okay,
so
4, 5, 6, Geneva.
I have number 4. The question is, how many grams of NaCl are in a 500 milligram bag of half of NS? So half of NS, normal saline is, half of normal saline is 0.45 grams. I got it by dividing 0.9 into 2. Well, I wrote it down here, over 100 ml. We're looking for how many grams of NaCl, so I put as X grams, and then over a 500 milligram of that. Cross multiply it, I got 225, and I'm trying to eliminate the 100, so I divided by 100. 225 divided by 100 is 225 grams of NaCl.
Very good. Good
Um,
job, you got that one.
Number 5, question is, how many grams of NaCl are in a 1,000 milligram of half NS? So same thing, divided 0.9 into 2, I got 0.45 grams over 100 ml. We're looking for grams, so I put X here because we're doing ratio and proportion. So we have to match whatever you have here. For example, if it's ml here, it has to be ml down here. So I put 1,000 ml of bag, and then cross multiply, I got 450 divided to 100 to eliminate the 100 on the other side. My answer is 4.5 of 4.5 grams of NaCl.
Very good. Who got that one?
Number 6, my question is, how many grams of NaCl are in a 50 milligram bag of half NS? Same thing, half of normal saline is 0.45 grams over 100 ml equal to X over 50 ml. Cross multiply 0.45 grams to 50 ml, I got 22.5. Divided to 100 to eliminate the 100 on the other side. I got the answer as 0.225 grams of NaCl.
Very good. Who got that one? Hands. Okay. She's a freshman. Do you think she was nervous? Yes, she was. You know why? I look at her paper and I look at her elbow, okay? She was shaking, but she was so good at hiding it. Did you see that? She's like, I just gotta get through this, teacher, right? We're just gonna get through the 3 questions. Yeah, but I can't let them see I'm nervous, right? Were you nervous?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, she was
You gotta
nervous.
get used to it.
Yeah, she was nervous. I can tell, but it's very difficult to tell. You're not paying attention, like you're just paying attention on what she's doing. Everybody gets nervous when they stand in front of people. I don't know of anyone who doesn't get nervous when they stand in front of people. Even your teachers weren't like this before we started.
When I talk to Mr. Jackson, I'm always nervous.
Yeah, and what's the answer? Practice. How do you get through something? Good. Okay, let you in a secret, but a bad secret. Fun secret too. Okay, so you do the thing that you're scared the most of. I always say that, right? To get over something. I was allergic to beer. When I was younger. Okay. But my friends drink beer. So annoying. And it's cheaper than cocktails and hard liquor. So I was like, damn it. I bought a 6-pack, I drank beer. And it was so itchy, it was so uncomfortable, but after that I could drink beer. It's true. Right? I still don't like beer. I still like cocktails more than beer. But I was able to hang out with my friends who love beer. Well, it is true, partly true. So I got rid of my beer allergies. When I was little, I was allergic to mangoes, ripe mangoes. I'd have hives on my back. Huh? That sucks because the mangoes are so good, right? What did the stubborn me do? I ate a lot of mangoes. And now I could enjoy mangoes. Yeah. You shouldn't always do that, depending on your allergies, right? Because allergies may cause anaphylactic shock. Okay. So be very careful when you're gutsy like that. Okay. But I know I just get hives and I don't know the extent of what's going to happen to me. Okay. But I did. I was kind of gutsy doing that, but I made it through. Different scenarios have both freshmen. Let's see, Edwin was the only guy in your group do 7, 8, 9, right? 7, 8, 9. About 5 minutes, so Jaden can have 5. So no pressure. And Ellie can have 5 minutes as well. He's so tall, I couldn't even reach half of the board.
Mine was so low.
Right? I remember a campus director saying, we don't get a lot of male pharmacy students. Why is that? I don't know. Like we should push for, he asked marketing to use male pictures for a pharmacy program.
Are a lot of pharmacists male?
It's funny because in the past, there's more females than males. Then it became almost half and half.
Like in the pharmacy world?
In the pharmacy world, more females. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just become out of nowhere.
I think if I'm a male, I'd rather be a pharmacist than a nurse.
A lot of males are nurses. though.
Right.
Especially right now.
Right.
That's not nurses don't get paid a lot.
My friend's daughter is on wait list for a nursing program.
Yeah, my boyfriend, he went to the UNLV program and there's a bunch of males in there.
It's a lot of wait list right now for the nursing program.
Wait, how much do nurses get paid?
What was that?
How much do nurses get paid?
Depends on how, this is your first year, second year, it goes with time,
Oh.
experience as well, specialty. And you know what, I couldn't keep up with the level. You know, there's a CNA, there's a LPN, there's an LB, there's so many, right?
So, like,
I don't know who's
RN,
who.
Just RNs maybe.
Yeah, there's RN and then there's
Just so many times.
so many.
I mean,
That's why I said it's so hard to tell because they're the profession that has assistant to the 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 assistant. So I said I couldn't keep up. Yeah, during my time, there's not a lot of pharmacy technicians, so we do all the work as pharmacists. Okay, now it's pharmacy technician and pharmacist. Okay, but for nurses, I don't know the level. That's why it's so hard to answer that question. But a lot of nurses, seasoned ones, and a lot of
I know traveling nurses.
travel nurses.
There are nursing assistants, like a CXN, like 6 months.
I think that's the initial one. Okay,
Okay,
7, 8, 9.
number 7 is how many grams of sodium chloride are in 500 milliliters bags of 1/4 of normal saline? So 1/4 of normal saline is 0.225 grams of sodium chloride. I cross multiply, and I got 112.5 grams equal to 100 eggs, and I divided it, and I got 1.125 grams of sodium chloride.
Very good. I don't want to see NS, huh? You've gotten used to NaCl, then come test you put NS again. I've
And
seen that happen. Listen. Okay. It's so cute. Okay. 8.
number
Good
8
job.
is how many grams of sodium chloride are in 1,000 milliliter bags of 1/4 of normal saline. I cross multiply, and then I got 225 grams equal to 100x, and then I divided. I got 2.25 grams of normal saline. I mean, the sodium chloride.
He's really stubborn. Now I know why you got that on quiz too. Okay, I'm gonna rub it on you all the time.
And number 9 is how many grams of sodium chloride are in 50 milliliter bags of 1/4 of normal saline? I cross multiplied. I got 11.25 grams equal to 100x, and then divided 100. I got 0.1125 grams of sodium chloride.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good for doing leading zero. That's important too. Okay. You can drop it at 0.11 per test. There's 1.13 here. Okay. Good job. Okay. Did you notice with Edwin, another freshman? Was he nervous?
Yeah.
How is he coping?
Like,
See, you're paying attention. How's he coping? He was doing this. And a lot of times we don't know what we're doing while we're presenting, right? Because in our heads, we just have to cope and make it through, right? You know, you were swaying your hands. And that was really nice. Were you nervous?
Yeah.
Yes! Was this the first time you presented? No! You've been presenting with Miss J, right? But this is the first time for me, for math.
because it takes time.
Yeah. So Ellie and Jaden, you juniors now? Sophomores. Feels like you've been here forever. But this group, I taught math all 4 sequences, right? Like the seniors group. I made it a point that I started and finished it. That's why Mr. Jaden said, what do you have to do? I can teach math. I said, no. I started it, I gotta finish it. This is a good practice. Okay? This is the basis of alligation. Tomorrow, seniors are going to be back. It's Wednesday. So, perfect timing. Wednesday, week 3, the topic. Alligation and dilution. But we cannot understand alligation and dilution if we don't focus on the percentages. We don't know how to picture what goes in our IV bags. Okay? Ellie writes so nice. Also, Jaden writes very little, nice but little. Edwin writes big, and I like it when you're presenting. Geneva writes little too. Yeah. Ashley was more focused on, oh my God, how do I get through on this one? Yeah, you did really good. Think about you yelling at your staff at Taco Bell.
When I was bigger, it was all connected at twice, so it looks like doctor's handwriting.
Oh, really?
On my handwriting.
I used to write nice, and then I started teaching. It's like a curse. Just, I don't know. I should have written nicer when I started teaching.
I can make fun of my handwriting a bit. It doesn't look feminine.
Oh yeah, there are women like that when they write. One thing I always tell the male students is they like writing all caps, right? You gotta stop doing that in this class, okay? Because we use caps and lowercase for abbreviation, and it matters. You know, I dock points for wrong capitalization. Like if you put NaCl wrong, like my previous students, capital N, capital A, capital C, capital L, that's not sodium chloride. See what I mean? Listen, huh? You didn't do it. Edwin's like, why is she picking on me? I should have read the instructions. Yes, you will. In the next test. Those are my signs of love. On top of my tough love.
Oh, is that recording? Okay, so I want to show different ways to show solve the problem, since I think you guys do the same thing. So I'm going to solve the problem, which I think is a shortcut. You just look at the size of the bag. So this one's 500 ml. And you divide by 100, which is 5, and then you times that by 5.
See how she does things differently? But I don't judge her. I try to think how she thinks. That's how the numbers talk. That's how the numbers talk. That's how the numbers talk in her head. And I always tell her that the numbers talk to you.
Yeah, so this one's 25 grams in a 500 ml bag. And then 11, I just thought to do you guys with. So I do the cost multiplication. It's 5,000 and divided by 100. That's 50. So there's 50 grams of dextrose in a 1,000 milliliter bag. For 12, I just did the same thing I did for 10. So 50 milliliters, I just divided by 100. That's like half. Well, you don't even have to divide, just look at the numbers, you know. So like I never do this, I never divide. I just look at the number, there's 500, you know, that's like 5 times 100, right? 5 times 5. And then this one, it's obviously half. So I'll just, instead of putting 5, I divide that by 2, and I put 2.5.
You know who she reminds me of? My son. My son will just do this, like do the math in his head. And he'll say the answer. I said, double check your work, put it on paper. It's right all the time. So he gets pissed when I say that. And that's what Ellie's doing. She kind of looks at him and then does the math in her head. She was forced to write it.
Yeah.
With all honesty. I know. Okay. But she is like, I don't care. This is how I get it. Okay. And you should be like that. This is how I get it. That's how you get it. I get it right. I don't care how you get it as long as you get it up with your seatmate. We're all good. Okay, last one. Good job. Did you understand how she got it? It's okay to say no. Oh, really? See? There's always that one. Okay. Good job. So you guys so far doing 1 to 12, good? You got all 1 to 12? Yes? Yes? Okay. Good job. You know, many times when I do live, I have students, graduates who are watching because they haven't taken the see how it's benefiting. Triple edged sword recording for you guys. You and Allie kind of have similar handwriting.
At least it's way nicer.
No, but yours is just smaller, but the way, if I could make a font, that was it, it's gonna be good.
So Dylan can read.
So see, it looked Jaylene what? 1 sequence to get over it? Not totally. So much better, right?
And it's not made up, guys. She was saying that.
It's not made up.
She was struggling. She was texting me, oh my gosh, I really don't want to.
Okay, you're gonna expose me.
I know. I had to have this share ready. That's why Ashley, you did way better.
But look at how far she has come.
Mm-hmm.
Doing this problem on the board, like it's a light work. Like she's the teacher.
Yeah, I don't care about this anymore. Seriously.
You guys are getting a little.
I'm just so happy. You know, those wins, you celebrate them. What if Edwin's coping mechanism was big? I like it though. I wish my son would be like that. His coping mechanism would be bigger.
What is it? Coping
My son, I don't know, he talks. Sometimes I tell him, my mom said to stop talking to himself too much. Because I tolerate it. Because when he's like thinking, he's talking to himself or his pacing all the time when he's thinking. My mom said, hey, stop talking to yourself. I said, do you know that that's a sign that you're really smart? Smart people
Yeah,
talk to
like,
themselves,
there's
right?
anything wrong.
But she's like, it's too much already.
When I study, I talk to myself. I feel like and
Me
I'm
too.
teaching myself, like
Yeah.
this is how you do it. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's why my son and I can relate because we talk to ourselves.
Where that's how I was home alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're thinking, when I'm writing, I'm reading, and I wanted to pound it in my head, I say it over and over and over. I wish when I make mistakes, I do that too. Just joking. You shouldn't though.
So like talk to yourself about it, like when you're practicing an interview.
You know, if I'm back teaching state college or university, and you're in an auditor, do you think your teachers would care? It's 200 of you? No, not at all. I don't care if you pass out there, unless it's an emergency, probably. Professor will just call me.
Yeah, that's like one of the things scared me about college, like a traditional college, is that like you have to be forced in a giant
That's
room.
one of the reasons why I love teaching here over. So when I had to choose, I chose. Okay, let's go. 13.
Ratio for all of them. So D10 of you is just 10 grams per milliliter. So you cross multiply here would be 100x divided by 5,000, which is 50 grams of dextrose. For 14, it's 1,000 milliliter bag of dextrose. So it would be for, so it'd be 10 grams times 100 is 10,000 grams per 100 milliliters, which gives 100 grams of dextrose. And then over here is 50 milliliter bag, so it's 10 grams over 100 milliliters. So 6 grams over 100 milliliters equals 500 grams over divided by 100, 55 grams.
Yay! Good job. I'm so proud of all of you. Your first presentation with. Now hold on to it. Remember, the seniors are going to come back tomorrow. Make sure that you share the answers with them so that they can check their work. And then tomorrow we start dilution and alligation. Good job, everyone. Finish on time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I need to prepare for